Om Hari Om. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Sri Guru Samhita, the legend of the Supreme Guru, original in Marathi as Sri Guru Charitra by Sri Gangadhara Saraswati, composed in Sanskrit by His Holiness Sri Vasudevananda Saraswati, also popularly known as Tembe Maharaj. Chapter 5. The Incarnation of Sripada Sri Vallabha. Salutations to Lord Ganapati. Salutations to Lord Dattatreya. Guru Siddha said to his devotee Namadharaka, O good man, the Supreme Spirit incarnate in the form of a human being on earth only to rescue his devotees from this illusory world. 2. O Namadharaka, listen. The Supreme Spirit incarnated in several manifestations in order to protect King Ambarisha. He had to incarnate 10 times on this earth. 3. The Lord incarnated as Matsya, that is fish, Kurma, that is tortoise, Varaha, that is boar, Narasimha, that is man-lion, and as Vamana, the dwarf. When he had to beg alms from the king Bali, he also incarnated as a Brahman Parashurama, the Lord with the axe, when he destroyed scores of evil Kshatriyas. 4. The Lord also incarnated as the divine Sri Rama, the son of the king Dashratha. Then he ruled on earth as the king of kings. Further, he also incarnated as Sri Krishna in the house of the Gopala, that is the cowherd, and protected the cows as well as the human beings from evil and unrighteousness. 5. Later, the Supreme Spirit also incarnated as the glorious Buddha, who shed all his royal robes and went off naked into the forest in search of enlightenment. He founded an entirely new way of life, that is Dharma, referred to as Buddhism. At the end of the Kali Yuga, Lord Vishnu assumes the incarnation of Kalki, that is the knight on the horse, and vanquishes all the evildoers of alien races. 6. Thus Lord Hari, another name for Lord Vishnu, incarnates on earth in every age, that is Yuga, in different manifestations and protects the righteousness and virtuous people, and destroys the evildoers and demonic forces. 7. After the end of the Dwapara Yuga and with the onset of the Kali Yuga, all pious people will be enveloped in ignorance and will become interested in evil, immortal, and disgusting acts and behavior. This will be the primary influence of the malevolent qualities of the Kali, Purusha. 8. At that time, the Supreme Guru will incarnate on earth for the deliverance of his true devotees. King Bhagiratha performed austere penance and brought down the holy river Ganga from the heavens onto the earth in order to deliver his ancestors to heaven. 9. Similarly, a very pious and virtuous Brahmin lady, with her immense and steadfast devotion, became the reason for Lord Dattatreya to incarnate and come down to earth. I am going to narrate the story of how Lord Dattatreya was born on earth as her son. Listen carefully. 10. In the eastern regions of India, there is a city by the name of Pitapura, in the East Godavari district of the modern state of Andhra Pradesh. There was a pious Brahmin born in a good family in that city. He was from the divisions of Apastambha. His name was Apalaraja. He was a honorable man who used to sincerely perform his ritual duties. 11. Sumati was the name of his wife. She was a virtuous lady who was constantly immersed in the service of her husband, that is Pativrata. She was very hospitable and treated all guests, both invited and uninvited guests, daily with great devotion and respect. 12. This lady Sumati was a very devout and virtuous lady. She was of good and chaste character, and she was sincere in her service to her husband. She would spend her time daily in the worship of Lord, as well as in serving her guests with reverence and being hospitable to them. 13. Once Lord Dattatreya came to her house in the form of a mendicant. That day was Amvasya, new moon day, and there was a Shraddha, that is, death ceremony of the ancestors due to take place in her house. Note, Shraddha, the death ceremony of the ancestors in a family, should be performed with great devotion and sincerity. On that day, special sacramental meals are prepared to satisfy the spirits of the ancestors. No one in the family is supposed to eat or drink anything until the ceremony is complete, and the priest and the invited Brahmins, who represent and symbolizes the departed souls, are fed. If anyone else is fed before the spirits of the ancestors are appeased, then all the merits of the Shraddha are nullified. In this case, however, the Supreme Spirit himself had come to Sumati's house to beg for alms. By feeding him, she did not violate any of the procedures of the Shraddha ceremony. Instead, she gained more respect and virtuosity. 14. For that purpose, special sacramental meals were being prepared in the kitchen. Before the Shraddha could even commence, and before the special meals could be offered to the spirits of the ancestors, this great lady, Sumati, gave the food to the radiant mendicant and appeased him. Lord Dattatreya, who is always very dear to his devotees, was extremely happy and satisfied by this gesture of Sumati. 15. Then Lord Dattatreya, who is the manifestation of all the three gunas of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, and who is the supreme deliverer of one and all, exhibited his true form to the great lady Sumati. The virtuous lady prostrated herself before the Lord and held on to his divine feet. 16. At that time, Lord Dattatreya said to her, O great lady, seek any boon, and I will grant it immediately. Ask me soon. 17. On hearing these words, the pious Brahmin lady saluted the Lord and with great humility and devotion sang praises of the Lord Dattatreya, who is the Lord of the universe. 18. O Lord of the universe, O Creator of this world, O Infinite One, may glory be to you. You are the deliverer. If you are pleased with me, then please fulfill my desires. 19. You are omnipresent, O compassionate one. You are the famous and well known in all the Puranas. Who can even describe your fame and eminence? You are the benevolent one. You are the Bhaktavatsala, the friend of the devotees. 20. O Master, may your words never become false. You granted the Prince Dhruva a permanent exalted position in the heavens. You granted your devotee Vibhishana an entire kingdom and immense wealth to enjoy. All that became true. 21. You are the primary support for all your devotees. You incarnate on this earth several times for the protection of your devotees. Your infinite names are well known all over the 14 worlds. 22. O Master, O Lord of the Lords, O Merciful One, may your words always ring true. If you want to give me a boon, then may the forest of my worldly desires be burnt to ashes. 23. O Lord Narayana, O Protector of the orphans, please fulfill this one wish of mine. O Lord of the universe, I hold both your feet tightly and beg of you. 24. Hearing these piteous words uttered by the good lady Sumati, Lord Dattatreya, the son of Atri, and the primal cause for the universe, held her hands and said, O Mother, what is your wish? Say it without any concern. Be happy. 25. Understanding the Lord's mysterious designs and intentions, the great lady said to him, O Lord, you referred to me as mother. May that word and its connotations become true for me. Thus, the great Lady Sumati begged of the Lord with distress and pain written all over her face. 26. O Lord, previously I had several children. Only two of them have survived. All the other children died. Of these two that have survived, one has no legs and the other one has no eyes. Both the invalids are suffering extreme hardships. Seeing them, I am also suffering a lot. 27. I have not been lucky to bear a competent son. What is the use of having several sons if they are all either foolish or causing suffering to their parents in other ways? My life has become meaningless without a good and able son. 28. My life can become meaningful only if I can bear a long lived, knowledgeable, successful, prosperous, and highly respected son. O Lord, my life can become rewarding only if I can bear a son like you. 29. Lord Dattatreya became pleased on hearing her words. The protector of the righteous people agreed to fulfill her wishes and rescue her from her current problems and sufferings. 30. Lord Dattatreya said to Sumati, O pious lady, you will bear a son just like me. He will rescue your entire family and ancestry from sufferings and afflictions of this illusory world. He will bring you and your husband immense fame in this Kali Yuga. 31. You have to believe my words, otherwise it will not work. This son of yours will become a founder and promoter of the path of divine knowledge and will be the deliverer of the downtrodden and the helpless people from the afflictions and miseries of this world. 32. After saying these words, Lord Dattatreya disappeared even as the great lady Sumati was still looking at him in awe and astonishment. She kept on remembering the incident again and again in her mind. 33. Then she came home and narrated the entire incident to her husband. Even her husband happily agreed that the mendicant was indeed Lord Dattatreya and wholeheartedly praised his wife. 34. My dear wife, I have heard that Lord Dattatreya comes to the homes of Brahmins in the middle of the day for alms. You should never ignore or disregard the Lord. Always give alms to the Lord who assumes infinite forms. 35. Madurghad, Karavirapura, that is modern Kolhapur, and Panchaleshwar, all in the modern state of Maharashtra. These places are the primary abodes of Lord Dattatreya. He is the universal soul. O great lady, do not forget that. 36. Lord Dattatreya comes in several forms to seek alms. You always give alms to him. My dear wife, you do not need to ask my permission for anything. 37. Then the great lady Sumati said to her husband, O Lord, please forgive my mistake. Today I gave away alms from the sacramental meals that had been prepared especially for the Shraddha even before the Shraddha had commenced. Please forgive me. Have mercy on me. 38. The pious Brahmin was very pleased on hearing his wife's words. He said, O gem of a wife, you have done an excellent job today. All my ancestors are pleased. There is no doubt in this at all. 39. Normally, we do the ritual duties of the Shraddha keeping in mind the souls of our ancestors and then offer all the merits of our activities to Lord Vishnu and pray to him to be pleased with our activities. When that very Lord Vishnu has come as Lord Dattatreya to our home and has accepted food from you on this particular day, what can be more fortunate than that? 40. All our ancestors are very pleased and contented. Without any doubt, they will enjoy all the benefits of heaven permanently. This is because you have worshipped and appeased Lord Dattatreya, who is the very manifestation and the very essence of the Trinity gods Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. 41. Your mother is indeed very great because she gave birth to such a gem. You have managed to obtain such a superior boon from the Lord. You will bear the son just as promised by the Lord. There is no doubt in this matter, and there is no cause to worry at all. 42. Thinking thus, the couple were overjoyed and with a clear consciousness. After some time passed, the lady Sumati became pregnant. 43. 9 months later, on a very auspicious day, she delivered a baby boy. The Brahman was extremely happy. He had his ritual bath and performed the birth ceremony and other rituals of his son according to the procedures of the sacred scriptures. 44. The astrologers came to their house and looked at the birth chart of the newborn and said, "This child will become a great sage. He'll be very respectable and become the supreme guru who will grant initiation to several people into sainthood." 45. On hearing these words, the couple was overwhelmed with joy. They thought, "This reward has been made possible only by the blessings of the Supreme Guru. All our ancestors have indeed been delivered into heaven." 46. The infant feet had several auspicious markings, including the Shankha, that is conch, Chakra, that is discus, and Padma, that is lotus, all the signs of Lord Vishnu. Therefore, on the 12th day after the birth of the child, who was indeed Lord Dattatreya, the deliverer of the devotees and the very essence of the Trinity Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, the couple named the child Sripada, the one with the auspicious feet. 47. The child began to grow day by day with excellent education, sharp intellect, and good character. As soon as the child became 8 years old, his father happily celebrated his Upanayan, that is sacred third ceremony, with great pomp and splendor. 48. The boy Sripada practiced the ritual duties associated with Brahmacharya, that is the stage of life as celibate man who is engrossed in education. He studied the Vedas with all its 6 ancillaries, according to procedure. Himself an expert in all the sacred scriptures and himself the very primeval reason for all the sacred scriptures, the child quickly became extremely proficient in all the scriptures. 49. Seeing the child's power of comprehension of words and their connotations and his capability of understanding the meaning of difficult texts, several scholars were extremely happy. They praised the boy, saying that he was the very incarnation of the Supreme Spirit. 50. His good behavior, conduct with other people, and ritual duties of penance were exemplary. His methodology of expounding on the Vedanta, that is philosophies, and interpreting the Vedic text were ideal. He used to discuss everything without any fear. 51. Thus were the divine pastimes, Leelas, of the omniscient scholar who had incarnated as a human being. As time passed, his parents began to happily think of performing his marriage. 52. Noticing his parents trying to arrange for his wedding, Sripada said to his mother, "O mother, I have no interest in marrying any human lady." 53. My wish is to marry the divine lady who is known as renunciation. I will accept no one else as my wife. I have made a sankalpa, that is Solomon vow, that my marriage should be conducted with this lady known as renunciation. 54. That beautiful and virtuous lady shall also be the epitome of yoga, that is penance. I will wed her. Apart from her, I will not marry any other woman of this earth. All other women are like my mother. Note, Sripada is saying that he would rather renounce the world and become a sannyasi, that is saint, than wed any lady and lead the life of a family man. 55. O mother, I am a mendicant. I am a saint. I am confirmed celibate bachelor. I am not interested in the worldly ways. I believe that the way of worldly renunciation is more comforting and blessed for me. I do not desire anything else in my mind. My life is empty without penance and meditation. 56. I am Yoga, Sri Vallabha, the consort of the divine penance. I am Sripada, the one with the auspicious feet. I will be blessed with being a philosopher. That path of renunciation will help me cross over this illusory world and lead me to the attainment of supreme status. Sripada thus advised his parents. Note, the position of sannyasi, that is saint, is the most supreme status anyone can achieve in the world. Crossing over the ocean of this illusory world filled with misery and difficulties, the person who voluntarily renounces this world and resorts to austere penance will attain an exalted status and will become closer to the Supreme Spirit. 57. Hearing their son's words and remembering the divine speech of Lord Dattatreya from earlier, the couple thought about it in their minds and finally decided that their son was indeed the very Lord Dattatreya. 58. They understood that if they went against his words, then that would result in several impediments and harm befalling them. Therefore, they decided to agree with his opinion and let him follow his heart, but at the same time, also tell him their sorrows and difficulties and place their humble request before him. 59. We have to behave in such a manner that he will be satisfied and pleased. This child is not our son. He is an incarnation of the revered Lord Dattatreya. He is the Supreme Spirit. 60. Deciding thus, the great lady Sumati went and stood in front of her son. With tears flowing down her eyes, she said to him, "My child, please do not disappoint me. Please do not thwart all my wishes. You are our protector. You are our savior." 61. The great lady Sumati was very desperate and was crying inconsolably and with deep affection for her son. Saying the above words, she fell on the ground just as a banana shoot would fall when struck by a tornado. 62. Seeing his mother in that condition, Sripada lifted her off the ground and comforted her, wiped the tears away with his hands and said to her. 63. Sripada said, "O mother, please do not worry at all. I will grant you whatever you ask of me. Please be strong and firm in your mind. Always be happy and keep smiling." 64. The lady Sumati said, "My child, I had forgotten my sorrows the moment I laid my eyes on your face, that is, the moment the child was born. I had hoped that you will ward away this pitiful and miserable life of ours and be our support and savior in our old age." 65. Your father and I are now both old. One son of ours has no legs and is lame. Another son has no eyes and is blind. You are now ready to renounce the world and become a sannyasi, that is saint. Who will look after us and support us? You tell me, my son. 66. Hearing these sorrowful words from his mother, the Lord Sripada looked directly at his two elder brothers with his divine sight. Instantaneously, the lame one got back strong and sturdy legs, and the blind one got back perfect sight. 67. Just as an iron and other base metal turn into gold just by the touch of Chintamani, also referred to as Sparshamani or Parasmani, similarly the two invalids became perfectly competent men just by the grace of the Supreme Lord. 68. The two brothers instantly became proficient in all the Vedas, Shastras, and other sacred scriptures as well as all the different arts. They became competent to live independently. Both the brothers held firmly on Sripada's divine feet and thanked him heartily for making their lives better and rewarding. 69. Then Sripada comforted all of them and blessed them with boons. He then said to his brothers, "With my blessings, may both of you beget several children, grandchildren, and all forms of prosperity and lead happy lives." 70. My parents will also enjoy all the happiness and comforts of this world and the next world, and will have rewarding and contented life. 70. On my words, they will definitely attain moksha, that is, eternal emancipation or salvation. 71. Saying thus, he consoled them and then said to his mother, "O mother, may you experience all the happiness and comforts of life with these two competent sons of yours." 72. Both your sons will live for 100 years. You will see their children and grandchildren with your own eyes. Do not worry on any account. 73. Wealth, prosperity, and fame will remain in abundance in this family. All people in this family will be experts in the Vedas, Shastras, and other sacred scriptures. 74. Do not be angry at me or disillusioned with me. Please give me permission to leave this house. I have to grant initiation and guidance to a lot of sadhus, that is, ascetics, into the path of true renunciation and into a higher plane of thinking. 75. Saying thus, he saluted his mother, obtained her permission, and instantaneously disappeared from the spot. The divine and highly devotional Sripada went to Kashi, that is Varanasi, the holiest spot on earth. 76. Later, the Leela Vihari, that is divine sportsman, also visited Badrikashrama, situated in the modern northern state of Uttarachal, and met with Lord Narayana and with Nara, who is considered an inseparable part of the Divine Lord. 77. In order to guide his devotees and grant them initiation into renunciation, the Lord Sripada went around different places at the speed of thought. He thus roamed all over the earth and finally came to the great and holy city of Gokarna in the modern state of Karnataka. 78. Namadharaka thus listened intently to all the nectar-like words spoken by Guru Siddha. He then saluted the holy man and said to him, O Master, I have heard the complete story from your divine self. I bow my head to you and salute you again and again. Thus ends chapter 5 in Jnana Kanda, in the dialogue between Guru Siddha and Namadharaka, in the text known as the legend of Narasimha Saraswati, authored by Gangadhar's son Saraswati in the Marathi language as Sri Guru Charitra, and referred to as Sri Guru Samhita, composed in the Sanskrit language by His Holiness Sri Vasudevananda Saraswati. Om Tatsat. Mantrahina, Kriyahina, Bhaktihina, Kshamapate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.